Leave that off there. I've got tea going and all sorts of things, and I need to get set up. But hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Heavenly Delusion. And I must ask, now that I have been introduced to the meme format, are you Delulu? Because I'm a little Delulu. Give me a sec. Cool. Good. Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Heavenly Delusion. Look how much that color changes over time. The magic of steeping tea. Okay, welcome back. My space is tamed, and we are ready to go for episode 2 of Heavenly Delusion. This episode is titled Two Confessions, and I have a confession for you. That confession is that I don't have any big new thoughts about Heavenly Delusion yet. We're in the midst of big question mark space, and I'm still in big question mark space. And if that ends up being where we're at for Heavenly Delusion all the way through, I'm happy with that because I've been enjoying it so far. I do hope that in these next couple of episodes that opens up to us. There's something really compelling about a mystery box that's all mysteries, but at least a little drip feed of answers helps us feel like we're not just wasting our time here. I don't think we are wasting our time, but I'd like for the show to sort of take us in hand and be like, come on, everybody, let's go. Not treat us like we're idiots, right? There's a balance to be played here, but also to give us a little bit of reveal, a little bit of information. Our first episode is almost always like great at how do you put it, structured really well to introduce the series to us, and very often not a great representation of what the series is actually going to contain, just broadly across different anime series. I don't know if that's the case here. It might be a perfect representation of the weird vibes and strange energy of the rest of the show, in which case, awesome. If it's different, also awesome, but how? Answers are going to lead us in those directions. Answers to what happened and what's currently going on now. We have left our core characters, well, half of them. I assume that half of the cast is the kids who are in the facility. Don't know what's going on there, but they've got some weird dreams and they kind of want to get out of the facility. Very human, very, yeah, I can agree with that. If I was stuck in a facility, I would want out. Our other half of the cast is outside of the facility, wandering around trying, it seems, to find it. What the hell happened that caused the collapse? I still don't have an answer. I don't have an answer that can, make sense. It doesn't fit any of the obvious, simple, straightforward ones that I'm most familiar with from sci-fi and fiction. If today's intro went off properly, then the opening moments of this episode will probably be me messily headbanging to a bit of progressive metal. I want to share that album with you because it's what I listened to at least half of this morning. I've kind of left it tabled halfway. Listened to half of it this morning as prep for my mind state for Heavenly Delusion, and I thought it was great. I listened to one of my favorite albums of all time, which is crazy for me to say, having only discovered it a couple of years ago, but I really think it deserves a place amongst them because there isn't anything else like it, at least that I've found. There's an album called The Day That the World Breaks Down by Ayreon, Ayreon, and it is like a multi-artist collab album about the fall of humanity and the destruction of the world because of machines. It's a Skynet story, right? Very simple stuff. There's nothing super deep about it. It's just an amazing rock opera metal thing with artists from Dream Theater and Floriansen and just like some of the greatest singers and creative people in that field all working together to create this like really amazing project at the behest of Ayreon, who is himself, I think he's a French composer guy who composed these pieces as a story and then invited all of these fairly high-profile artists to come and collaborate on them, and it worked, and this was the result. And what we get out of it is this concept album that follows humanity's fall and fleeing of Earth to find a new home and a new place to rebuild, a way to rebuild after losing everything to our own hubris, kind of. Man, I gotta wonder if that's what we did here. Did we do some crazy genetic experimentation and birth these monster things that come and eat stuff? Or is this weirder, more supernatural? Are these aliens? Are they interdimensional beings that came and destroyed everything? I don't fucking know. It all could have just been plague or social collapse or birth rates. It all could fit analogously into all of these very normal, real-world things until a giant headless bird with strings coming out of it floats up to you and is like... And then it all goes out the window, and all I have are questions. What the fuck? what the actual fuck? And those questions don't stop there. They don't stop at the broad scale of like, wow, what happened in the big? And I understand the little stories of the people, but what happened in the big scale? No, I don't understand the little stories of the people. Who the fuck are these kids? How did they get there? What is this facility? Are the people who run the facility familiar with the before times? They seem to have to have been, because the way that people act when they're like the old people, right? They've seen the before times. So why can't we sit down with one of them and just talk it out? Just be like, what happened? What happened? I don't know. Maybe it's confusing and multifaceted and weird. Maybe if you ask different people, they all have different stories. Maybe, I don't fucking know. And I don't actually have the information to know, so grinding my gears against this is just going to make me frustrated and sort of disseminate that energy in places when I want to keep that energy contained so that when I get introduced to the actual answers, I'm able to fathom them. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get some actual answers. I do feel the need to draw a thing. I didn't draw a thing in our first Heavenly Delulu because I didn't know what we would be dealing with. I feel the need to draw a thing, and so I'm going to do that, and we'll let it be skippy-throughy. I moved the camera mount for the second camera over to this side so that it's not fully in my face every time I bring it down from over here. We'll see if it works. It works, but it's also pulling the shelf I have it mounted to out of the wall. That's not good. Okay. I need a ruler. Pew! That's fun. Something that's stuck in my mind is the moment that the beam in the episode sort of fizzles to nothing and it becomes like a string and thoop and disappears. That's so cool. I can't wrap my mind in 1,000 years around how I would possibly draw such a thing, let alone place it in space and time and make it iterate over frames and stuff. Yeah, I'll get there one day. Maybe. Maybe. For now, I continue to struggle on the surface of conveyance, of representing things simply. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm working on it. So, now my creative output for the day is done, and I'm ready to intake some new creative stuff and put it into my brain and see how it fits with the rest. Let's watch Heavenly Delusion Episode 2. We are currently asleep, drugged, awaiting the arrival of this terrible monstrosity with a shotgun in hand. For reasons that could be revenge and could be suicide, I have no idea what to expect next from Heavenly Delusion. But I'm really glad to have you along for the journey, and I'm really glad that we get to jump in here to episode 2 and give it a watch. So, I've got the same version as last time, the Flugel version of Heavenly Delusion Episode 2 up and ready to go. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description down there, and a timer-based version up on YouTube for your syncing pleasure. If you're going to watch that timer-based version, there will be a beep-beep timer at the beginning that goes boop, 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 beep, and on the beep and the green light is the same frame that we do the thing, and you can push the button, and that'll be great. Catch early access to the next week's video on Patreon. I know that there was a delay in between. I was just trying to get settled and get everything out and figure out a thumbnail and stuff, but hopefully they will be more consistent coming in the future. But next week's video should be up on Patreon when this one drops on YouTube. Let's watch episode 2 and see what this delusion consists of. Beep beep timer for Heavenly Delusion episode 2. Okay, so that's the song that we had at the ending, and now it's the OP. Spider webs. Oh. The faceless style. He went kind of like, ah. Was that a video game for just a second? Oh yeah, this Kaganashi stuff is crazy. We're fully shadowless. Oh, it is a video game. Oh, are we in a simulation? Nah, probably not. Yeah, this style is gorgeous. We've got the digital, we've got the organic. Growth up into... There's a lot that's digital. I'm wondering if we are in a simulation. Whoa! Literally breaking through your boundaries. Together, the wind whipping. This, like, tangled wind whipping through the hair is so cool looking. It reminds me of it was so weird, the creatures from Edge of Tomorrow. They're like... Secret places. Oh, we're trying to think about what outside means. No, beyond outside. Almost just ate a spoon. Nobody saw that. What fucking bullshit curse is that? I know what horrifying dark stuff on your skin is. That's a Death Eater curse. Oh, we making out. Put the Yuri goggles on. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, everybody's sort of emerging into themselves. Whoa. Whoa. You're not Suyu. Asui? Oh, they're his drawings that are on the walls. Not his drawings. His drawings. So he has fucking vibes in his brain. Yeah, him. You, weirdo. Okay, we're taking you. What are we doing? She kind of looks like a puppy. Oh my gosh. I like the things you imagine. Oh, hi, Watcher. Mob Psycho, not... Okay. Messagey. She sent him a nude? Yeah, she sent him a nude. Damn, dude. What is that? We've awakened after the sleepening. There's the shotgun going off. She woke up, but no, he's up. Okay. So we're pushing through the drugs. Realized. She's hoping to take it out. And protect, yeah? Stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Yeah. Ah, fuck. I better be. Uh-oh. Jump scare incoming. Nope. Nope, we've silenced out. We're boxing us in. Fuck this. I know what's about to happen. There's the fake out. Okay. Real one incoming. It's behind you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. What the fuck? It's like a magic symbol. Electromagnetic. Electromagic. Oh, shit. Shing, 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 shing. What is the color thing, though? It has arms? I didn't even see the arms. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Was that a Kira beam? It was. It looked like it hit a field, though. It looked like it hit a... Just a bit longer? Can we get a gun that's like a lot longer range and stay the hell away from it forever, please? Oh my god. Lady, do not fuck us up. She's gonna get herself killed. Nice. Nice. A stupid lady's gonna screw up our plan. Ah, why does it have weird crab parts? Don't fucking shoot it with your stupid shotgun, you idiot. What are you fucking... Oh, shit. Huh? She doesn't want it killed. She can't believe otherwise, though. It's been acting different toward her, huh? Which makes her believe. Yeah, like, what are we gonna do? Fine, if you want to live in this delusion of yours. Dude, what? I feel like it's just gonna... Oh, no? No, this is not what we thought it was. No, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's the part I was waiting for. There we good. Yeah, good. Good, cool, good. This is great. Oh. 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 Reality. Yeah. Feel it fully and do it anyway. Wow. I love that. Okay. Yeah, how? Okay, there's your reach. And he's gonna engage. Whatever the fuck he does. It only goes one way. How are you going to damage it? You're in? Yo, what? Okay, that's the electronic stuff in the OP. It reminds me of Fate, like, brace on, whatever, trace. Fate tracing stuff? Connect and understand, but what the fuck? It ends up being an unknown. She only got one shot off, didn't she? Yeah, maybe. A gift is a gift, huh? Yeah, but they're useful. Okay, weird lines. Like, we each have our own things that we need to do in order to remain like we feel like we remain human. That was only 3. Tell us more! 17. No. 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 No, 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 no. No. Nah. I spent some time in the Amazon and we got prepped about contagions and pathogens in water. That's a great way to get your shits shitten. Holy fuck. No, 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 no. If she ends up puking her guts out in a day or two, we'll know why. Oh, I just realized that I haven't paid attention even one bit for 1 second to the production. I've just been sucked in. I just realized that I was looking at the backgrounds of this shot and, like, how cool it is in general. I was like, wait, I've just been in it. You don't need a bodyguard. What are you, man? That's one way to get there fast. Is that close to a forbidden place? Is that a forbidden place? Only secrets are beyond it. Okay. And if I hadn't asked for permission? Does it have guns? He's gonna climb. Climb. What about when he gets high enough to get hurt? Boop boop. Offline. That's a crumpled body. And he's fine. What? 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 He's connected to them. He's taking on their pain. He's casting warding bond. The sky? What the fuck? Or what it is, or what it looks like, or how it, yeah. Okay, there's some agriculture. There's some other people. I'm supposed to inject them with medicine. Cure them of what? What? He's carrying the seed of the future or something. Who? Ane-chan, his older sister? Oh, there it is! There's that curse stuff! Okay, she is the source of all our intel. She's the one who dropped him off. Tengoku gave the quest. And she's directly related to the dude, the one who's falling apart, who's in the wheelchair. I bet he's already been injected with the serum. That's what gives him the powers and stuff, probably. We haven't seen these people's faces. Everything seems good here. That's so fun. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, everything seems great. Maybe this is a good place that we have to leave. Yeah. Trying to rebuild. Yeah. This lays out a possible way for... Okay, there's hope. That's real hope, yeah. Oh, and the good weed. Hell yeah. We got hippie stuff going. I'm wondering if there's weird cult shit going on under the surface. You know, are we like killing children? we need a weird sex cult. What's going on here? Nobody's seen you. Oh, of her? I think she is that person. I'm definitely not that person. I think she is that Oh, whoa. That's pretty... That's pretty close. Do we have two people with the same faces? Hmm. Does it have the symbol on it? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a burb. Fuck. It's like a Costco. It could be anywhere. Yeah. Necessarily so. Yeah, necessarily so. No. Because she's her. She's definitely the person. 100% she's the race car driver and she killed her brother. That's part of why she's got the guilt and she's carrying this guy around. Right? It's a surrogate thing. He calls her sister. What the fuck? Does that mean she's older than she's old? She's younger than she's young? What the fuck? Oh, that's a sweet potato. Let's just go to the tomato place and live there. Oh, ow. Boring. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Weird phrasing, but yeah. Aww. That's a no. That is not enthusiastic consent. Yeah, you fucked up. It's okay, though. Yeah. Please. A little bit of honesty goes a long way. Oh, whoa, are you trans? Huh. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's one to wrap your head around. So we're gonna build this into a non-romantic pairing. With weirdness. With weird layers, you know? We building a raft out of fuel containers? That's a great idea. I really like the CD. Planting our flag? Yeah! God damn, how do they jump so far? Okay, this is gorgeous. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? Okay. We've now watched episode 2. I have more answers and also more questions. And also, I don't feel like any of the answers actually answer any of my questions. But I feel satisfied. I feel fine with that. I feel like compelled by what's happening next. What the fuck? Ah. Oh man. Okay. I don't even know where to start or where to wrap my head around this. The OP introduces so many visual aspects that just raise new questions. The conclusion of the man-eating Hiruko story, it answers some things, and man, it brings up some other big questions. Finding some other people and getting some clues about where we've come from, where our ray gun came from, what's going on, sharing back and forth really some of the details of our mission, it feels like all of these things should make me feel like I have a better grasp of the story, and yet I still feel like I'm wandering in the dark. I still feel like I'm grasping at straws, and there's a part of me that wants fulfillment in certainty, and there's a part of me that's really okay with where we're at because it's cool. Like I get to bask in it. I'm getting edged by the show. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. Man, a couple confessions indeed. So the end point of this episode is the revelation that she is not she, at least not on the inside. And it's unclear like where reconciliation with that occurs within her. Like, am I using the wrong pronouns now? Like up until this point, it's been she. So, fuck, I don't know. Did they transfer brains? Okay, that's so weird. That's so silly. The brother that she maybe supposedly killed, maybe she's not that person actually, but is just in her body. Maybe she's her brother? That's too many. There's no evidence for that to be the case. That's too many layers of surmising. I need to be careful. Because it's fun. It's fun. It's so fun to jump out and be like, whoa, what a cool story that would be. But when there isn't anything that leads us in that direction, I've got to be really careful to not jump down rabbit holes where I'm just wasting climbing time, and just climbing down into the pit and can't get back out. I don't want to do that. I want to stay in the open space of like what could be. I think there could be something about that, but it may just be that she is who she is, and that's not indicative of who she is on the inside. Very fair. Oh man, it's been a while since we've had a directly, explicitly, openly trans character in a show. I think the last one that we had was a core character in Fire Punch. Often it's sort of played as the like otokonoko kind of tropes and things that don't quite mirror the lived experiences of the trans people that I've actually met in reality who experience things kind of much more like this one. This seems very on the level and level-headed about what it's going to do on that front. And I'm excited to see how we play with that, how we move forward in that space, and maybe how a character like that can find some respect and companionship from people around them that respect their identity. That would be really cool and maybe helpful as an example for us to lean on and learn from. I don't know. We'll find out. We start with spider webs in the OP. We gotta do an OP breakdown. We gotta run through this. There are a number of things that are like the drawings on the walls that are like spiritually significant drawings, meaningful stuff, and I don't know what the fuck it means, but I want to look at it a little bit and guess. I know that sometimes people get mad at me for doing this because it's like, you're spoiling yourself by thinking too deeply about the show. I don't really give a shit. I finding out about the show is why I'm watching it. Like, I don't need to restrain myself from that. Although in a show like this, avoiding spoilers from the outset is really, really great. Once they've been shown to us by the production, once they decide that this should be inside our eyeballs, it's fair game to me. With the exception of, like, promotional videos, because those are usually garbage and they share too much. The visuals of this OP pulled me in, and it took until, like, 10 minutes down the line through the episode for me to realize that I was watching an episode of anime again. That's where I was at. I was just in it. Truly just in it. And part of that is that like, stuff didn't happen in a flashy way. It didn't remind me like, whoa, animation is happening. Which is crazy because the whole Hiruko fight is animated beautifully. It's put together really carefully. And there are some clever things that happen in it. but I was so immersed in the moment, in the design of the thing as like a biological entity, that I wasn't able to even pull out and think about it as a design of a thing from a character drawing standpoint. Whoa. Okay. The way we play with focus throughout this OP is really cool. We have this focus on the landscape, the big and the broad, and then we pull it down to this tiny little, like, schoolyard thing that would be in front of like a crossing guard thing. Like, I think that this is the sort of thing you put outside as, like, kids at play crossing. It's so strange. It's so peaceful in death, peaceful in emptiness. I'm not able to grasp and grok the lyrics this time through. So I'm just going to focus on the visual language here, and maybe if it jumps in and it makes sense to me. Wires, man, wires. Those struck me as really cool when we were rafting across the space, and part of the only thing sitting above the surface are these, like, networks of wires. The things our systems leave behind. Okay, we drop to her. We start introducing these characters. The angle choices are so cool. The lighting with these Kaganashi shadowless, borderless, right? They don't have lines around the edges. Shadowless is like a really silly misnomer because they're not shadowless. They have shadows to them. But it's the borderless, the lineless. At least in the highlights, in the bright portions. And we're leaping, and we create these, like, ping, 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 ping. Light is being refracted so many times in a quick succession that it's as though, like, a tree blows by and the thousands of leaves cross in front of the sun, and so your experience of light is, like, many times blinking at different rates in different places. Does that make sense? That's the feeling that I get from the color stuff and the lighting that happens right here. Shing, 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 shing. I bet there's a word for it, like, ambient occlusion is a thing. I bet there's a technical term for that feeling, like that almost flashbanged by flashing lights kind of feeling. He leaps, and we whip around past and across the horizon following this hummingbird-like creature. We whip past, like, twice. Look at this. We're creating a full vanishing point, and it's whipping toward us, and now out and toward the left, around, shoom, and then whoosh around it again in a matter of a couple frames, and then we whip past it again, and it all centers down to a dot in a video game. Continue, kill, Teeaboo, right? Do you want to continue? Yes, no. Game over, continue, quit. Contra has continue, end. But nothing has continue, kill. Continue, kill is so weird. It's so weird. So who's playing the game for these characters? These two characters are just... They're just avatars in a video game? An old video game? How does this play in? See, like, if our characters had picked up a game system and like, messed with it at some point, it makes some sense. But without that, it just feels like it's a hint. It feels like mystery box stuff. What it makes me think immediately, and made me think when we saw this, is, oh, maybe we're in a simulation. Like, maybe all this isn't real. But that's too weird. That's too weird, and it takes all the life out of a show when you do something like that. I don't know. Shit is glitchy. Shit is glitchy for real. Okay, routes. And then when you combine enough of them together, it almost becomes symbolic. Impossible ways. Question. They start becoming, they're like kanji, right? Or yeah. But I don't know what for. That's the bird? Or it's close to it. Maybe not. I don't know. I think that's just Hito. This is crazy. And then we're here. And we're whipping around through space. And then we're running. That's beautiful. Oh my god. Push start. Do 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 do. Endlessness. There's the sky and the light, not the sun, though. Right? And there are these scribbled lines that are circuit-like, streaming off of it. Boom. Wow, 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 wow. We are neither machines nor... Fuck, I forget what it was. He reaches out for it, and a flower blooms as his hand. And then overcomes everything, and I want to see the flashes. Endless color. Like a dandelion of lights, or like a doctor's ring of lights. And it'll all and become circuits. Like, they're undeniably circuits. They branch out in 3 dimensions. So they're on that z-axis. In all directions, that says. And then it grows. It becomes, they shift. They become organic. They go from rigid to organic, and they begin to grow like roots, like neurons. And then those neurons grow into trees. Oof. The natural world beauty. Leaves, everything. And then we're cutting through and leaping through it, up past the light. She, like, bursts and separates from her outline. It's similar to something that happens in the Dandadan OP when he begins rushing. It's cool. It's really cool. It reads to me like trying to be outside of your physical self. And now once we plug the trans idea in, that links, that matches, right? There's this fighting, this striving to be more than your boundaries, to break out of them. And then even then they line back up and then break back apart. And then you stop and they line back up, and you're breathing and you're looking around and you're still yourself. You turn and then they're together again. She's running alone, and then they're walking together off into that sunrise, sunset, question mark unknown. We'll keep going forward. We will. Can't stay untainted forever in this reality. We will keep going forward. Whoa. I really look forward to pieces of that OP making more sense to me. Because I think they will. Okay. Through the vents from the outside into the inside. All these spaces could be outside. It could be more psychological than literal. It's literal. Let's not mess around. It's literal. Do you like Mimi Hime? I guess. I see. He's got the same thing. The inkiness. The darkness. It's like necrotizing tissue. It's death. Whoa. Doesn't seem to be contagious. Otherwise, they would quarantine this character from the others, yeah? So what is it? Just a wasting disease that appears? Something bound to our DNA that, a time limit for our species? Like, who knows? I don't know. We're in such a weird space. A weird psychological space. Where these, like, explorations are happening. There's, like, childhood happening all around us. And we're in a sea of it. We're, like, steeping in it or soaking in it. But it's weird and it's wrong. There's something that's strange. Giggle, giggle, and they run off. Wondering at that. Wondering at beyond and connection and stuff. And this leap, whoosh. we really haven't solidified what's going on with these children. And until we do, I mean, the mystery is just gonna keep being really fucking mysterious. From her visions to the physical one's physical capacities and seeming incredible resilience to being physically injured, like, he falls from really high, and he's fine. What? To seeing beyond and drawing things that there's a sense like he's seeing things that actually are almost. To him, taking on their pain, almost as if they're a collective, a group, a unit, connected. This is part of that weird stuff. It's like, it's really interesting the way that these characters are growing up, the way that they're interacting, the way that we're being exposed to their secret lives. But of course, there are no secrets here. All of this is being observed by the adults. Like, that picture is part of their systems, and so everything is seen and observed and part of the data, part of the information. And there must be, like, there's reason to let them do this. It's like the normalcy of growing up in all of these weirdnesses is happening. And it's a mirror in many ways to our sort of strange systems of control around children. Uh oh, weird. I don't know. I don't know where we're at with this. Because these natural explorations that happen between kids are something that we don't ever talk about and treat as very wrong and taboo. And yet we all know that some of them are happening. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this or analyze it or interact with it as a space. All I can do is sort of engage with it as it is, take it as it comes, and be intrigued. I'm reminded, maybe weirdly, maybe not, of the space that we enter into in Darling in the Franxx, where the elderly, the old adults, right, have a bunch of secrets that they can't tell the kids about, and they organize the kids in these ways so that the kids find pairings and like groupings and sexual fulfillment and all of these sorts of things in order to manipulate the kids to get them to do the thing that they need them to do to win, to save the world, which in Darling in the Franxx is like primarily analogous toward population collapse, right? It's piloting the robots has always been about engaging in the system and being a part of things and like taking on duty and responsibility as a teenager and doing the thing. That's Gundam really solidifies that really well. And then Darling in the Franxx is like, now it's about continuing the population, being a person, like fighting the battle for survival against the oncoming onslaught of nothingness. And the weird vibes and weird sense of taboos, like multi-layered taboos that are weird and wrong, and then the allowances, the things that are allowed and made normal in that space are so strange and so different from our sensibilities, our normal, right? That they're weird to grapple with and really strange to criticize or analyze without brushing up against some really weird shit that happens in our real world. I don't know how the fuck to grapple with what's going on here. Because on one level, it's fucking teenagers sending nudes to each other, which is the most normal thing in the world. And also kind of a problem because these are minors sending nudes to each other. And also kind of really a problem because of like the society thing that they live in. But also we're just seeing this to be indicative of the relationships between these characters and to tell us about the weird society that we live in and the weird boundaries and constraints that we're under. The strange permissibility and strange impermissibility of various things. I don't know how to grapple with it. It's weird. A new drawing goes up. Oh, it's like a big metal plant, like thing falling from the sky. I wonder if that's gonna fall from the sky. Or something like it, right? Weird. It adds to our paintings. The twins in the womb, the whales, flying, the four beings as one. One mind? Maybe that has to do with the guy who starts nosebleeding. Maybe they're connected in that way. I don't know. Gasp, and we're awake. She wakes, and it's here. Oh, God, what a creepy fucking thing. Holy. All right, Grandma, what the fuck are you doing? Well, she doesn't want it killed. She doesn't want it killed. This was a really fun jump scare setup that I was very surprised didn't lead into a jump scare the way that I thought it was. Kind of fun to be tricked like that. I thought that once we did the faux jump scare when he, like, falls, then we would do the real jump scare, but we didn't do it as, like, a big blam. Haha, gotcha. Just, there is scary shit being scary. You know, we see the thing. The lights. And then it's there. Yeah, that's scary enough. What the fuck? Okay. Biological things can be bioluminescent. That's totally possible. What the fuck is that? That's its sense apparatus, right? It has eyes and goop too, but that's its primary sense apparatus, right? It points at its stuff to see. Then it uses its arms to whip stuff into pieces, and then it congeals itself around stuff in order to eat it. What the fuck? What a monster. Flickering. Whipping. Oh. These moments of rapid, accelerating action that hits an impact, holds there for a second, and then we drop away from it are really goddamn cool. They're a way of doing animation stuff that I'm really liking. They make things feel impactful, beyond impactful. Yeah, it's like it turns and looks at us, man. This whole sequence as we've got the running, moving camera is... Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Boom. Shing. This other moment with this big tension setup as he's flashing the light and we enter into the monster's space. We're building, rotating around it, keeping this sense of scale. I think we've discovered a real, like, high point, a real extra capacity that this show has, and I think that I'll label it as, like, riding tension waves effectively. The way we build and release tension over the course of this fight sequence, this, like, interaction, this creepy, spooky, building to a fever pitch, and then collapsing into action, and then building up again, and collapsing into action. There's something really expert about it. There's something really well put together about it. I just want to point at it and say, like, this is what I'm enjoying the most about the show, I think. Beyond the mystery is holding everything together, but moment to moment, this ability to ramp tension really well and be like, whoa, what's going on? What's going to happen? Whoa! And then collapse that down into something really cool happening. It's like we build out a possibility space, and then we collapse the waveform. Then we build out a new possibility space off of that. Here's our possibility space, right? We take, like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds to build it up. Because we get the other blast, we get some conversation, and then we drop out of conversation. It's coming. Blink, blink. 6:55. Around, tension. And then when she launches into action, that's our action. Yeah, 20, 25 seconds. Blam, 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 and we're in action again. Everything collapses, right? We build up the possibility of what she's going to do, what the innkeeper's going to do, what he's going to do, what the monster's going to do. What are they all going to do? They're going to do this. Boom. And here we go. She believes that it became her son. And in some way, she might be right a little bit. It cuts them up, it absorbs, but I don't think the absorbed take over. She's like, it has to be. So we know where we're at now. It has to be. You can't see it any other way. Okay, fine. And that's her attitude. Like, we're not heroes. We're not here to save the world or jump into your twisted life and solve everything for you. We've got our own journey to go on. If this is what you choose and we think you're wrong, that's fine. Choose what you need to choose. It's like the attitude that you kind of have to have toward people who are totally self-destructive and like choose that path, right? Who want that to some extent. It's like, yeah, we could stay here and tear ourselves apart to try to help you, but if this is what you want and where you feel like you're at peace, fine, so be it. We'll leave you be. And you'll get what you have asked for. And she gets exactly what she asked for. I'm out of shots. I guess it's not a threat. That's fine. Don't you get it? It's fine. It's fine, little buddy. All is well. Shing, shing, shing. Fuck. So then why did it protect her before? Maybe it doesn't work on whys. Maybe that's not relevant to our experience here. And for close to the first time, he's usually pretty aloof. He usually does not care that much, you know? It's like, whatever. He's pissed. And he's pissed that she's not pissed. She starts being really pragmatic. Look, I saw what happened. The whip only goes in one direction. There's a pause between tags. He's mad. How can you think pragmatically? How can you be caring? She's not. It's a really, really powerful moment. It's really powerful to me, I think, because I value this stance, this position of remaining attached to your emotions even if they hurt a lot, and then using that to inform action. Finding a place where you can be not stoic, but wholeheartedly feel, and without dissociating from it, act in accordance with it. It's a different line, right? There's the way of being that's like, no, I can't feel that thing, so I'm going to cut myself off from that feeling so that I can take pragmatic action in the moment. And that's what he thinks she's doing. But it's not. It's just that this world and the hardship of it is such that even if you are open to feeling, you still have to act. And I think that's true in our real reality too. It is easy to be overwhelmed by the hardship of the world. Turn on the news. Pick one. They're all fucked and manipulative. Pick one. I don't care. Turn one on and find the hardship and horror of reality. Whole populations being destroyed, like all sorts of terrible stuff. And you can collapse from that. You can try to carry that weight and let it crush you. Or you can carry a part of that weight and know that it's there and weep for it and keep going. And I think that's the way that you have to live. You know? If I don't, we won't survive. It's just how it is. Does he brush? Because this would be her right hand. Does he brush the... I don't know. It's actually hard to say because it feels like it's part of his motion. Sorry. And he decides he's gonna kill that thing. And the question is fucking how. Another great setup. Build to 0, ramp our tension, accelerate. Again, the letterbox, the ceiling and the floor close in, and we widescreen for this shot. It's really neat. Slow-mo into a burst of motion. How is he so damn fast? How is he so damn capable? And how does he do this? Also, what is this? I'm in! I've hacked its biology. What? You're fucking what? Trace on, bitch. So, my guy reaches a glowing primordial hand into the spirit of this monster and crushes its heart, causing it to become a tangled mess of weird flesh that shoots blood into the sky, and then we don't get to see what happens to its corpse. I really wanted to see what happened to its corpse. Does it dissolve? Does it turn into goop? Does it turn into ash? Does it become an undulating mass of weird muscles? What the fuck happens to it? I don't know. We end not having an answer. Maybe it was really in there. We don't know what those things are. Maybe its prey was gathering around her, so it saw her as useful. Nah, never mind. We don't really need to know the truth. We got enough to deal with. Should we take the batteries? No. We gave them to the manager. Weird attitude. It's a weird attitude. Yeah? A gift is a gift. Weird attitude. Oh man, the reflection over his eyes. It's cool. I guess the water is safe. Apparently it's safe. Golly, what a chasm. The Crocs thing and then the joke afterward is really fun. What a space. That door looms, man. They are so good at making things loom in this show. This sets up a couple things. Like, we knew about the existence of these little things, right? We saw them a little bit. But they have a height limit. They turn off. The way out is up, isn't it? Maybe for something to fall through. I don't know. Get a weird vibe. Alright, he falls. He hits the ground. Everybody's in shock. We turn and we look. Man, it's clever. It's clever. Each limb is positioned so that it's kind of at the maximum of its natural, like, potential rotation. So, like, this leg in the back, to me, is the one that looks the most broken. And it's not. It's just turned outward at the hip, and then outward at the knee, and then outward at the ankle to close to the maximum. You could probably raise, if he was just sitting there, laying there, you could probably raise his foot just a little bit. The other foot is turned the absolute opposite direction. And then they're arranged so that it looks like a jumble. It looks like the classic jumble of broken bones and dislocated limbs. But it's not. It's not. So the moment that he gathers himself up feels like a moment that we've seen in other media. Because it's been done enough times. A person falls and then they put themselves back together. But he doesn't. He doesn't get injured. He doesn't get hurt in the first place, does he? We do the little but he doesn't actually go from broken to unbroken. He never gets broken. But he probably should have. What are you, boy? Why do you got adamantium bones? Or are you transferring your injuries to somebody else? Why is Shiro the one bleeding? And why does she have a weird feeling? Up at the sky we look. I don't know. Kusakabe Farm! A peaceful, idyllic life. A back to the land movement. So interesting. So interesting. Because these sorts of movements and situations and groups exist in the modern world. You see the modern world as destructive and try to move back to a different way. Try to rebuild. But we can't stay here. We have a journey to take. She really doesn't want to stay here. There's something wrong about it. And we aren't given an indication of what's wrong about it. It's not like it's something obvious. It's not like there's actually moral evil going on here or something like that. Just boring. Cylinder full of medicine. It must have come from his sister, right? Someone has it. I'm supposed to inject him, and that's supposed to cure him? I was told it would help everyone. I bet it's the cure for everything. But what? For what? I don't know. Mikura. Take the gun. This is where it all started. All she told me was to take you to heaven. This feels like a similar framing to the first group of guys that we met who we had to fight, you know? But these guys are pretty cool. It's different. There's nature here. There are growing things. We are in. We're allowed in. There are kids playing and working, but playing. The joke about the Crocs is really funny. Everybody seems cool. Things seem really good here. We're just a ragtag bunch. We tried. A simple human life, different from whatever it is that led us to our deaths. Hang out, get blazed at night, but something doesn't feel right, and someone reacts to her face, not his. So weird. It's her, right? She responds as though she's been caught, right? Rumors that you lost it after killing your brother in a race. Maybe. We find a clue in the box, but let's get on the ship and go to Tokyo. No, he wants to give up. I'd settle on living on a farm with you. A little bit of peace. He's gotten a taste of it, yeah? She's not interested. It just looks stupid. It doesn't seem fun. But maybe we could be a couple. I like you. I want to be with you, right? And there's lots of awkwardness around it. And yeah, bad move. And it reveals something that she's harboring within. She is not she. We'll figure out how to interact and engage with that as we move along from here. What an interesting reveal. There are so many things that you could label as delusions in this episode. Delusions that keep people safe, almost. Yeah? Like the illusion that there are walls around you to protect you is one of them for the kids inside, maybe. The illusion that the delusion that the Hiruko has taken over your child and your child lives on within them because you need them to be alive. That fits. But it allows you to live on, yeah? To live on it allows the manager lady to live on in the world where her son isn't dead. A version of heaven for her. The people creating their farm live on in a world as though the collapse hasn't happened, kind of. They're rebuilding, and there's this feeling like there's possibility there. There's real hope. But that's kind of delusional, too. It's a belief in a thing that isn't yet. Although it seems to be doing quite well. I want to make sure that I say this in the right way. There are people who would label what's going on internally with our character as a level of, like, mismatch with reality that they could see as delusional. But I don't think that's delusional. I think that's, like, there's something mismatched with reality. And I'm wondering, with that as the core, if that extends outward, if things are not what they seem. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Part of it is that you need certain illusions in order to interact with the world effectively, in order to survive. It's really dangerous to dispel those, because you might lose hope if you do that. You might lose touch with reality if you do that. I don't know. Or you might be overwhelmed by the weight of reality and not have that strength of hope to carry you through. Maybe something like that. I don't know. What a weird mystery box. I still don't know what the title means. I at this point, I don't even know if our characters know who they themselves are. What is this show? Where are we going? Well, we're going to heaven. We're going to find it. We're going to find it one day. We're going to deliver that syringe to the person who has the same face as him, and we're going to piece by piece uncover the stories of this weird world. Some new stuff has been uncovered in this episode, and I still don't know what it means. We got glowing bird mouths. We got weird digi hand symbol magic. Reaching into the spirits of weird beings and crushing their hearts. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm very excited to find out more next time. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Heavenly Delusion. I will watch the next week's episode soon, very soon, because what the fuck? Much love. Peace.